Okay, how many people are in this because they love it? How many people are just trying to do something with themselves? How many people are in here because the parents told them they had to do something or else? Okay, so check this out. I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna write something really quick.
He has a nice handwriting for a guy.
Okay, check this out. What's this number? Okay, so this is students, right? Out of 1,000 students, 1,000 students, okay?
One's gonna make it.
There's going to be 100 of you that actually have a career in this. And you're talking about maybe 30 to 50K a year, okay? Out of that 100, that's a decent career. It's better than beats the shit out of working at the market, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sorry for my language, but I have to give it to you real. All right, so out of the 100, there's going to be 10 that actually really make it. And we're talking 75K to like 150K. Okay, that's where the hairdressers from my salon want to be. Okay, this is where I want to target most of my employees. Okay, out of the 10, there's gonna be one of you that actually
Make it.
just made. I'll put it like that. We're talking 150K to, I don't know, what's the highest I've heard, like maybe 425 to 2 millions. It could be unlimited. Okay. Now, when I was going around, when that was presented to me, and this is still the hard facts, okay, when that was presented to me, who do you think I said I was going to be? Right? Right? This was who I thought, this was me. What I thought. When I got out of school, I was barely here. But inside I was here. I was still thinking this. Right?
How long ago was that?
I've been out of school maybe 20 years. Okay, so my career, you're looking at what I'm doing now, but that's all fruit that I've gone through. Don't get it twisted. Don't think, oh man, it's right around the corner. I'm getting out of school doing celebrities. Okay? One question. Who's doing celebrities now? Nobody? Really? Well, when I was here, do you guys do like, does a senior citizen home come? Like, old lady? Okay, so check it out. Listen. When I was here, they used to ship these older ladies in, right? And let's call it mature ladies, because in the salon you gotta watch what you say, especially when you're getting paid like this. All right. So they used to ship them in, right? And I was sitting there, I just got on the floor, and I was thinking to myself, oh hell no, this lady's coming in, and we're talking. These ladies were coming out of this bus like zombies, right? Like, I mean, I'm talking cobwebs right here, and talking about, you know, it's been 6 weeks, we're getting our hair done today, yay, haven't washed it in 6 weeks, right? So we're talking like students fresh on the floor. That's all you heard on the floor. Right? Okay, so anyways, one girl walks up and we're all just sitting in the back like, oh my god, they're gonna call my name, they're gonna call my name. And this girl next to me, you know, I forgot her name, Denise, do you have a client? We're like, oh my gosh, you're the client, dude. She walks out and here she comes with Frankenstein, right? I'm not trying to be mean, but this was how we looked at it as students, okay? Sat her down, never even talked to a person before. Right? She starts giving her scalp treatment, and all of a sudden, all you heard was, and we were like, what the hell was that? She pulls up her hand after she squeezes, and there's cottage cheese all over her hand. I was like, oh, that's not my career. Not now, not ever. So what I did was I had to think of a master plan. This is where you as creative people can bust a move, actually. Okay? I went to the freshman floor, and there was a chick that actually liked me, right? And her bob was just swinging. I don't know where she got her hair done, but it was just amazing. So I went up there and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ask her to be my model, because we used to have these cut-a-thons in the main area during like lunch. People would pay like $3 to get their hair cut. You just bring your your scissors and your comb, and that's all you were allowed to. But first of all, I wanted to learn ethnic hair, because I saw back then that was gonna be the future. Everybody's gonna get straightened. Everybody's gonna have, I mean, even little blonde chicks on the beach have like curly hair right here. And I was thinking, if I can master the curliest hair, the Macy Gray, then I can do anybody, right? So I thought to myself when I was a student, I sat her down, took this chick who actually liked me, I pinned her hair all up. I took an oven down there. An oven? Like, what's an oven? You know what I mean? Like down in the student center. And I started blowing and pulling hair down. She was black, yeah. So I was going, blowing it, pretending like I was doing. After she was done, she got up, and that hair just went, it was just flowing, right? So everybody, I'm talking hair, I don't care, black or white, everybody was amazed. So then I started booking everybody while everybody else had Frankenstein. I had all the supermodels in the school rolling up, football players' girlfriends, their moms. I was slammed at that moment. Creative, creative, creative. Get that? Yeah. So you guys got to realize, it's not just about doing hair. It's the whole balance of this whole game we're trying to get into. Okay, and if you want to be even close to anywhere in these two categories, it's going to be creative business, not just creative hair. Okay, one thing we practice in the salon is not how interesting you look, it's how interested you are. If you have more color in your hair than your client does, then you're probably one of the hairdressers sitting around. You guys get that?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so all I'm saying is, I do Fashion Week, boom. Nutty, right?
Crazy.
Okay, 26 chicks, we're talking 12 shows, 12 to 13 shows every day, all week long. You're going from one show to the next, where there's a team of like 6 to 12 of us. We're talking, we all do the hair, 3 hours to do 27 to 35 girls, and then like 3 changes in between. So like literally you're backstage and you're touching up hair, they're taking off their clothes, their titties are hitting you in the face and everything, and it's just amazing. Like, it should be illegal, right? Okay, I flew to Milan recently to do the Armani shows with Orbe. You guys know who Orbe is? Okay, so literally, they asked me to go 2 days before. My plane ticket was $5,000. And then when I got there, I had to get somewhere to stay, right? Carry my bags all over the place.
They didn't pay for that?
And not 1 cent.
Why, if they asked you to come out there? Why?
Because of these, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I get there, I meet Mr. Armani. How many people have even thought Armani was real? He's like Mickey Mouse, like, like you just see his clothes, you see this character, you hear about him. He's this mystic guy, But here he comes walking up, and I'm like, that's Mr. Armani. That's like a dream, right? Because he's changed the world as we know it, in fashion, so to speak. So I'm just thinking to myself, dang, I made it. I'm here, like literally, I had to fly myself here. So don't trip if you have to pay something.
Yeah.
I'm still paying something. And at the level I'm trying to function, you know what I mean? You're paying a lot, but the return is amazing.
It's like investing in yourself.
It's invested. You're the investment now. You're the stock that nobody else is going to invest in until you start showing them. You guys get that?
Yes.
Who's the stock? Exactly. Okay? So whatever that takes. So then you got to realize, after I came back from the Armani shows, literally I charged $300 an hour. Not a haircut, not a touch-up, not a partial highlight. I charge $300 an hour. So then how long do you think it'd take me to go to the next Armani shows? You gotta think, when I'm on set doing a commercial or like, you know, a Revlon ad or whatever, we're talking, here comes Halle Berry, her hair is super short, I blow dry it, flat iron a few pieces, $5,000. So all I'm trying to tell you, the more creative you go is for equity. Confidence, amazing. The less creative you go and more commercial, you get paid. That's why us freelancers have to be in the salon. You guys get that? Just know that. And we're talking 20 years deep. My roots are deep. You know, I've been going through so many things and, you know, established a lot of relationships with record companies. So every new artist that comes out, I always get first dibs on. From like, I have a couple artists on The Voice right now. Last season was The Voice. I've done like 4 of the winners of American Idol album covers. You know, for the first 6 seasons, I was the America's Top Model makeover guy. So, you know, one of my first celebrities that I ever met, I was, I think, 21. They asked me to do this photo shoot. I walk in and there's this black girl that's standing, she's butt naked. And I'm like, oh my God, I made it. I thought I made it then, but then I walk in and then she's standing there and she's 17 years old and she tells me she wants to be a supermodel. And I was like, whatever that means. Back in the day when I was coming up, there's a Super 6. You guys need to know these references because a lot of photographers, a lot of people reference them. The Super 6 was all the supermodels. I'm talking Linda Evangelista, Cindy Crawford, you know, all those girls, Naomi Campbell. There were 6 of them that actually made fashion. All the photographers in the world branded with these girls, okay? And the supermodel created a standard, right? Now there's a lot of models, but you don't see them constantly. There's a couple, like, what's her name? Alessandra, she's big, you know. There's a few names, but they're not as big as these supermodels were. So when she came to me and I walked into the shoot, she was like, I'm going to be a supermodel. I was like, all right, cool. 17 years old, fresh off the runways in Paris. 2 years later, she gets a CoverGirl deal, and her name is Tyra. She turns into Tyra Banks. So since she was 17 years old, everything she's ever done amazing, I've been a part of. From coming up with America's Top Model to whatever. So that's why I'm asking you guys now. If you guys aren't treating your clients like stars now, how are stars going to hear about you? You guys get that? That's the value you got to have about your business. It's amazing because not everybody has that training. We come from humble beginnings. Obviously, you know, we all don't have as much money as we want. But if you start treating people like amazing, regardless if they're stars or not, what's going to happen? Then your money status is going to actually start coming up because people are going to start hearing about it. And then possibly because of the relationships you build, you might, like he's talking about how he got in, you might run into somebody that says, hey, I know this girl, she's an up-and-coming actress, I want you to cut her hair off. Same deal, I did this makeup, I was the up-and-coming hairdresser, and you know, they used to hire me because I was cheap, $500 for the day, and then they'd have the $5,000 makeup artist, depending on if the artist was ugly or whatever she did. They would spend the money. So there's so many artists. Music people aren't the prettiest people in the world, but they're talented. So what they do is they usually get the top makeup artist and then the hairdresser that can wing it. And I was that hairdresser. So this makeup artist says, hey, I have this friend who wants to cut her hair off. You know, I was like, all right, cool, I'll do it. Go to her house. Here comes this girl, comes down her stairs, sees cocoa brown skin. She walks up. She's like, hi, I'm Halle. 2 years later, she's Halle Berry. 18 years later, I'm getting $5,000 a day. If you're not treating people like stars now, stars are never going to hear about it. You guys get that? Who knows who's going to sit in your chair? I'm just telling you what's real. And in that base, we all grew down, created our base. In our season, we turned green, and then we started to bear fruit. Now, I'm talking 20 years later, we're knocking down the industry. All right. So from people like Pink, I started her. Charlize Theron. I mean, we're talking all the way down the line from Missy Elliott to Mary J. Blige.
Chris
to-
Brown was just in our salons the other day.
So I do Chris Brown's hair blonde. I mean, like literally, it's all across the board.
Yeah.
Okay, so